It was meant to be just another Friday, unremarkable routine. She mentioned there would be a small work gathering, a casual celebration for her team after landing a new client. Nothing fancy, she said. Just a quiet get-together. She called it low-key and joked that I'd be bored, surrounded by endless marketing talk I wouldn't understand or care about. Pick me up around midnight, she added casually, spritzing perfume on her collarbone without even glancing at me. At the time, I didn't think twice. But looking back, everything feels painfully obvious. The signs were there. The new lingerie she slipped into without a word, hidden under that sleek black dress she hadn't worn in over a year. The same dress she once told me was only for me. The hesitation when I asked who would be attending, the quick flicker in her eyes, and that uneasy smile that didn't quite reach her lips when I offered to drive her. She declined, saying it would be easier to just call an Uber. Still, something about the way she said it lodged itself in my chest, like a shard of glass. That night, for the first time in a long while, I didn't feel like her partner. I felt like someone she was carefully stepping around. But I kept quiet. I didn't want to seem suspicious or controlling. I've never been the jealous type. But sometimes when something is wrong, it doesn't shout. It whispers and settles deep in your bones. By 10:15, I couldn't sit still any longer. The house was too quiet, eerily still, like the calm before a storm. I grabbed my keys and left. I didn't call her. I didn't say anything. I just had to know. The house wasn't far, tucked into a part of the suburbs that felt too upscale for an ordinary junior-level marketing event. That was my first red flag. I parked a few streets away, killed the engine and walked. The music I heard as I approached wasn't loud or wild. It was soft, elegant, paired with the sound of refined laughter. Not a party. More like an event. Polished. Intentional. I didn't go through the front. Something told me to stay hidden. I circled around to the back, slipping quietly behind a hedge that gave me a view of the patio through the glass doors. And that's when I saw her. She wasn't tipsy or flushed with wine. She looked composed, radiant. The black dress clung to her like it had been made for that exact moment. Her smile was gentle and familiar, and she was kissing someone. Not a drunken party kiss. Not a fleeting moment of flirtation. It was slow, certain. The kind of kiss that comes from knowing someone deeply, from shared history. My hand gripped the cold stone wall beside me, but I didn't even feel the roughness. All I could see was the man she was kissing. His arm was around her waist like it belonged there. His back was to me at first, but then he turned and my stomach dropped. Elias. Her ex. The one she said broke her. The one she cried over in the dark, said she hated, swore was part of a painful past she'd never return to. The one I tried not to compare myself to, even though some part of me always feared I could never match up. Apparently, he hadn't stayed in the past after all. I could have walked away then. I could have driven home and buried the image in some dark corner of denial. But I didn't. I walked straight to the front door and rang the bell. The sound inside dipped. Conversations faltered. Eyes turned. Some stared. Others looked away, pretending not to notice. And when she saw me, she froze. Like a ghost had stepped into the room. She pulled away from Elias as if space between them could erase what I'd just witnessed. He turned too, puzzled at first. Then his expression shifted to smug amusement. "You didn't tell him?" he said, loud enough for everyone to hear. She didn't respond. Just stared at me with parted lips, silently begging the moment to vanish. "You didn't tell him about us?" Elias repeated, his tone sharper now. Something broke inside me. I looked her straight in the eye and spoke in a voice barely above a whisper, tight and sharp. "So this isn't new." Her mouth opened, trying to form something, an excuse maybe, but I raised a hand to stop her. No more performances. No more soft-edged lies. Just the truth. "How long?" She hesitated, swallowed hard. "A few months," she admitted, barely audible. I laughed, hollow and bitter. Not because it was funny, because it was too heavy not to. "You've been coming home to me, lying next to me, pretending everything was fine. And all this time, you've been sneaking around with him?" Her lip trembled. Elias suddenly looked like he regretted being there. She murmured. "He reached out first. I didn't mean for this to happen." No, I said flatly. You didn't get lost. You got used to lying. That's not confusion. That's cowardice. The room fell silent. Even the air seemed thicker. I came here tonight because I still cared, I said quietly. Because I thought I mattered enough to deserve honesty. But you weren't planning to come home with me, were you? She looked down, said nothing. I turned to leave. She reached out, touched my arm. Please, she whispered. Don't go like this. We need to talk. I pulled away gently. You weren't talking when his hands were on you. I didn't look back. Not once. She'd made her decision long before that night. I don't know if she cried after I left. I don't know if Elias stayed. But it doesn't matter. That night, I lost someone I once loved. But I found someone else. Someone I had forgotten. Myself. And I made a promise. Never again would I be the man waiting outside while someone else stood where I belonged.